Thank you for joining us today to talk about the answer to the question, how much is a website? Unfortunately, that question is about as easy to answer as how much is a car? There's no one simple answer, and today we're here to try to help you discern how much you should be spending on a website for your organization. I'm Mike Giuffrida, president of Foresight Technologies. Foresight provides a full line of web development solutions for businesses, as well as a full line of network infrastructure support services. You can find our contact information at the bottom on the screen. So today we'd like to answer some common questions we hear from our clients and prospects. For example, why do I need a website? What should I expect from a website? Can I do it myself? How much will it cost? How long does it take to build? How long will it take to show results? And what do I need to get started? Let's jump right in with why do I need a website? There are a lot of reasons to have a website, but some of the most common reasons that people will put up a new website or improve their website beyond their website that exists currently is simply to provide contact information so people know how to get in touch with you. To be vetted as a real business. How often have you gotten somebody's business card and before you actually did anything with them, you checked them out on the web to see whether or not they were legitimate? To be compared to your competition. You want to see if your products and services measure up to how your competitors do. To be found by prospective clients. Obviously, people are looking for new business out there and they want people to be able to locate them. And one that's not talked about quite as often but is very important is to be found by prospective employees. Today, when you're going to make a career change, you do research on the organization you're going to join, and one of the places you can get a lot of that and understand their brand and their company culture would be at their company website. So what should you expect from a website? Well, to begin, basic visibility for your product and service. You want to make sure that what you're providing is out there and that people can find it. But also that it sets you apart from your competition, shows the benefits of working with you as opposed to working with somebody else. Why are you different? You want it to be able to show you as an expert in your field. Show what you've got to offer as expertise, which is going to, again, set you apart from the other people out there, but make people trust you. Should you worry about traffic, hits, visitors, etc.? Well, certainly without any traffic, if nobody's going to your site, it's not going to generate all of the other results for you. But at the end of the day, what we find is that much more important than traffic are business leads and ultimately sales. So we often get asked, can I do this myself? Well, there's a series of questions I like to have people ask themselves to determine that. The first is, do you know who your site's trying to speak to? This is the marketing angle. Who's your audience? Do you hope to get direct sales from your site? And if so, do you know how to build that type of functionality into a website? Do you know how to build a site that can be found by search engines? A site's not very valuable if nobody can find it, if nobody's getting there. Do you know what you want to say and how you want to say it? You need to be able to get your brand messaging across in such a way that people understand who you are and want to engage with you. Do you know how to design for the web? Oftentimes people have graphic design skills, but they're not familiar with how to translate that into web-based software development, which can be different to provide the right user experience. And the most important question, though, that I ask people all the time is, do you have the time? At the end of the day, you're trying to run your business, trying to start a business. You are the expert in your field. The question is, do you have the time to try to be an expert in some other field other than the one that you've started your business for? So let's get to it. How much does it cost? There's a lot of different levels that you can invest in when it comes to doing a website. You can do a simple do-it-yourself website for as little as $5 a month. Get yourself a hosting package that includes some templates and tools to be able to put your content out on the web, and you can be up and running with a very basic site, contact information, basic services, etc., again, for as little as $5 a month. For some startup businesses, this is enough. The next level would be to use a professionally implemented template site. This is where you'd buy a nice, attractive, professional-looking template and then hire a developer to implement that template for you. This type of an option gives you a much more attractive look and feel and some more functionality than you would have gotten with a basic DIY site. And beyond that is custom development. This can be $10,000 and up, depending upon what you're trying to do. This is where you really get a site design that works to really project your personal brand image, what you're trying to say to people, how you want to interact with clients. You can see here, this is a custom developed site. There's area for you to create your own appointments, chat with someone. It's got a very personal look and feel. That's obviously the brand that this company is trying to get across. So how long does it take to build? Well, the reasonable start to finish of a basic site is 90 days. To try to think you're going to do it any faster than that is probably a little aggressive. There's several steps in the process. To begin, you have to get that design nailed down. What's that going to be? How's that going to look? How's it going to portray your brand? You have to gather content and decide what you want to say and how you want to say it. Once you get the design and the content put together, you need to turn it into a website. That's the implementation phase. Once the site is built, lots of testing is important. There's a lot of different platforms out there, browsers, different types of devices that people are now consuming websites on, and you want to make sure that your site is going to give you the image you want on all platforms. And ultimately, get it to site launch. That's the day everybody hopes for from the beginning of the project. The biggest hurdle usually in the process is content, finding content, getting content, figuring out how you want to say things. There are a few things you can do to shorten that time frame. First, prep your content before you start development. Know what you want to say, get your products, services, your sales sheets, all those things together. If you don't know how to write for the web, hire a professional web writer. These people know how to take your message and your information and turn it into a good user experience, digestible pieces for the web. Don't try to get it 100% before you launch. The beauty of the web is your website should be living and breathing, and therefore, if there's an extra bullet or some other product or things that you want to add to it, you can always add those things on later. Don't hold up the launch to get that last bullet point in there. You can always go back and add it. And the thing that makes that easiest is building your site using a content management system, because those allow easy changes after launch without having to hire a developer every time you want to make a change. How long will it take to show results? It's kind of four pieces to this puzzle. First one is you get what you give. At the end of the day, this is an effort that you're going to make an investment in, and the size and shape of your investment, both time and financial, is going to be proportional to the results you're going to get from this website. You have to provide valuable content if people are going to get out there and consume it and interact with you. It can't just be a selling piece. Once you have valuable content on the web, promotion is key. Once you start promoting this, people will start to notice it. The more you promote it, the more people will notice, the faster you will get results. And at the end of the day, if that's not fast enough, you can always do purchased positioning. Purchased positioning is things like Google Ads, Google AdWords, LinkedIn ads, Facebook ads, whatever's appropriate for your audience. But you can also then invest and buy those positions to get in front of people faster. So how do I get started? First, determine what you need from a website. Think about what you're trying to get out of it. What is your purpose in the project? Determine who your audience is. How are these people going to perceive what I put out there? Who am I trying to talk to? Am I trying to talk to homeowners or business executives? It's going to make a difference in the way your site looks, feels, and the way you present your information. Decide what you want to say. Again, considering that audience, you have to determine what that content's going to be and how it's going to be perceived and received. And after answering those, you can size your web efforts. You can decide, can I do a basic DIY $5 a month site, or do I need to get a custom developed site done to make sure that I'm perceived properly by my prospects and clients? So a few resources here to take this forward from the size of the DIY sites. An organization like One-in-One Hosting, they have those quick hosting packages. WordPress allows you to use templates and build sites with their software. In the middle range, the template site, something like Template Monster, is where you can go and look at thousands and thousands of different pre-designed templates that you can purchase. And for things like custom sites, that's what we do at Foresight. Foresight Technologies would be happy to talk to you about the effort that might be necessary and see what might be a fit for you from that standpoint. If you're trying to figure out things about your current site or how you can improve a site, we've got some resources on our site. If you go to foresightech.com, select Our Community, and Resources, there's a list of downloads, some of which are things like a website assessment, developing effective call to action, developing an effective website, how to make LinkedIn work better for you. There's a lot of resources out there that can help you get the information you need to be effective on your site. If you have any questions, again, my name is Mike Jafrida from Foresight. My email address is mlg@foresightech.com, or you can give us a call at 860-528-1100. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have.